What the crap is going on YouTube? Alright, so we are back and we are going to tackle the other four primitive types for variables. So in the last video we went over the whole number types, the byte, short, int, and long. And now we are going to be going over the two floating decimal values, or value types, which are float and double. And we're also going to be going over char and boolean. So, float. What is float? So, float is like the short version of a decimal number. So it goes out to 7 decimal digits, right? So if you were doing something like 1.7000000, right? That would be a float. Okay. Likewise, double would be like the long version, and it goes out to 15 different decimal points, or sorry, 16 decimal points. So uh, we do 1.7000000. Is that 16? Oh, anyways, we're just gonna put times 16 here. Oop, that's 19. 16 there, instead of trying to count out all the different zeros. So anyways, double is the larger version of float. Likewise, float takes up less bits of memory. So float takes up 4 bits of memory, while double takes up 8 bits. However, you should never really be using float. The way that the people that have designed Java have created things, everything is basically set to use double, and your code will actually run faster using double, even though it uses more bits of memory, which is kind of counterintuitive. But yeah, so float, you really should never use float. Just know that if you are looking at somebody else's code, or maybe going to get your certification, this is what that is. Okay. But yeah, whenever you're doing it, always use double. Best rule of thumb. Anyways, we have char down here. So char holds a single letter. So we go like char A, and whereas string has the double quotes, right? Char is activated by the well, I guess the single quote. I don't exactly know what to call that, but yeah, the single version, and that saves that to char. Now, char is also a little bit more advanced than that. It can actually hold a data, or a number range. It can come in binary or hexadecimal, but it all runs off of a large chart of like international characters and stuff like that. We'll get into that later, because it's honestly a whole video by itself just going over char. But that just knows that it is to hold a single character. Anyways, and then we have Boolean, right? And Boolean is a little different. Boolean is either true or it is false, right? It doesn't have a specified amount of memory that it holds, but it's treated like it holds 1 bit. But anyways, just know that it is going over true or false. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Apparently my cat has decided to go ahead and leave me a present on the floor. But moving on. Sorry if y'all can hear that. So those are the 4 other primitive types. Now we also have string, right? But string is not actually a primitive type, even though we can kind of use it as one. So we could, declare like string ABC, right, equals ABC, and it would hold this value. So anytime we would, say, do something like, here, we'll actually do it up here in the code. So we'll declare string ABC is equal to, let's make it different just so you can see that it's not actually just printing out the variable name. Do ABCDE. Oh, and I don't think I've touched on this before, but make sure that each line of code, every statement, is ending with a semicolon. I can't believe that I just kind of skipped over that. But yeah, anyways, it should just be a semicolon at the end, and that tells Java this is all one piece of code. So if we go with string ABC, and then we come down and we're going to print it out, we'll just go ABC. Since there's no quotations, it is calling this variable right here, and we are going to Control Shift F10, and you can see down here that it came out as ABCDE, even though it's not a primitive data type. It's able to hold it. It's a string is actually a class, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into string that we'll touch on later. But it's treated special by Java. But yeah, anyways, so that is it for this video, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.